I'm Kevin Zhen, and today I'll be taking an okay Y major essay and elevating it into a superb one. For this example, we'll use a USC essay from Collegeadvisor. They said it's a model essay, but personally, I think there's a lot of room for improvement. Here's a USC prompt. It's super similar to a ton of other schools, and it seems like these prompts don't really change from year to year. Describe how you plan to pursue your academic interests and why you want to explore them at USC specifically. So it's kind of a Y major, but also why USC sort of essay. And now let's take a look at the example essay. The perks of being an English major is that you have a lot of opportunities, which I fully plan on partaking in during my time at USC. First and foremost, I hope to form close connections with my professors and to take advantage of the world-class education I'd be receiving. There's also a study abroad program specifically entwined with English that I hope to be able to participate in during my time at USC. I intend to participate and eventually help with the events that USC's English department puts on as well. Okay, clearly these first 4 sentences leave a lot to be desired. The number one problem here is that it sounds like this paragraph could have been written by any student, and the info could have been applied to any university. In other words, it's vague AF. To fix this issue, consider this question. In what ways have you studied English that no one else has? A good example would be if you end each night by scribbling a short haiku, or if you've done a linguistic analysis of your favorite fantasy books, just for fun. This doesn't have to be fancy either. You can just list the titles of 5 books that really left an impression on you and explain why. Also, this essay is missing a narrative arc. There's no conflict, there's no why behind the major. Here are all the questions we need to answer. What initially drew you to this subject? What was the inciting incident, And how has your interest developed over time? What kinds of intellectual rabbit holes do you find yourself stumbling down into? And most importantly, how will this major translate into real-world impact? Because none of these questions were answered, on our elevated 9-point rubric, I would rate this opening paragraph a 5. As a sophomore, I hope to be a research assistant to a professor, hopefully someone who specializes in romanticism or the niche field of law and literature. I plan on starting research to write my own thesis during my junior year and hope to publish by my senior year. I plan on being a research assistant first because it would give me insight on the mechanics of research in the humanities and would help me formulate some ideas for my thesis early on. Since I'm on the pre-law track, I hope to take advantage of USC's resources by starting an internship. While I've yet to declare a minor, I'd like to capitalize on my love for languages by minoring in a language. And since LA and the campus of USC itself is a multicultural hub, I could immerse myself into the cultural aspects that come with learning a new tongue. I do like how this paragraph mentions the student's plan for the future. In fact, that is so important, we're gonna write it down on this big sticky note. But still, this response could be so much better. I mean, wouldn't you agree? This essay is practically begging for proper nouns and specific details, both when it comes to what the student will study at USC as well as their concrete plan for the future. Before I show you exactly how I'd fix this and the elevated version of this essay, it would really mean a lot to me personally if you could like and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like your Y major essay professionally edited at any point in time, check out our website, www.elevated.school/editmyessay. You can use this code YouTube15 to get 15% off your first edit. Finally, if you're applying as a STEM major, specifically a CS major, check out this video where we talk about how to approach the Y major question for tech schools. All right, here's how I'd fix this. First, we need a hook. Since this student mentions a love for languages, they could try something like this. Growing up speaking Mandarin and Portuguese, English was not my forte. In fact, the first word I learned was bad, but it was precisely because I struggled to communicate my thoughts in English that drew me to the intricacies of syntax and grammar. This addresses the problem earlier about not having a narrative arc. See how we instantly began with conflict and vulnerability? That's a really, really great way to start your Y major essay, or really any essay for that matter. Or if the student wants to jump into the law and literature focus, we could try something like, every time I watch Law & Order, I'm struck by how precise legal language is used to construct or sometimes deconstruct each case. From there, the student should detail all their amazing, impressive experiences studying English both in and out of the classroom. Maybe they've participated in debate or written a particularly meaningful research paper about the ethical implications of Frankenstein. Here's an example of what that might look like. Whether I'm debating Twitter needing to uphold privacy laws, researching Atticus Finch's legal argument in To Kill a Mockingbird, or giving a speech running for class president, I've learned that words have wings and power too. See what I did there? I used wings because mockingbirds have wings and Twitter had wings, or at least they used to. The next step is the most critical. We have to transition from what you've done to what you will do in college. If you learn anything from this video, it should be this concept of threading. Tie your past, present, and future together. Here's the most important part. To execute this properly, you need to reference specific USC programs, classes, and professors. I mean, come on guys, these days, that's like a simple Google search. That's low-hanging fruit. At USC, I can't wait to plunge into Anglo-American law and literature and political translations, where I'll study exactly how language constructs our political system. I'll join Professor Jody David Armour in studying racial justice and law, researching the legal efforts to imbue the American legal code with social justice. I wrote this down before, guys, but truly, proper nouns are your best friend. Instead of just saying the study abroad program, you can upgrade this statement by specifying which exact program, right? Junior year, I'll go to Queen Mary, University of London, to better understand the history and language behind international law. Since the student is already thinking about writing a thesis, well, we should get more specific. Admittedly, most people don't have a thesis clearly fleshed out before going to college, but the more proof you can offer that you've thought of a concrete plan, well, the higher your odds of getting in. Here's what that might look like. Senior year, I'll write a thesis on literature and law, examining how American legal language influenced the slang and anti-Vietnam War protest music of the 1960s, all while juggling an internship at the local law firm, Immigration Equality, through USC's partnership. Last but not least, the student should come up with a broader takeaway related to their future career. For example, after graduating from USC, I'll be ready to enter law school, where I'll carry the Trojan energy into a career fighting for racial justice. All right, let's put it all together. In summary, the new essay would look like this. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and read this out loud for you guys, but feel free to pause the video, take some notes, and just marvel at the difference. Please know that we never ever write essays for students, but we do offer actionable examples and insights for every edit. Plus, students who just had 2 or 3 essays edited got into their dream school. Just trust me when I say it works. Thank you, my dear virtual little siblings, for watching until the end. Here's your gift for staying, a breakdance clip, and a video to another incredibly important supplemental essay, the community essay. Check it out.